another video. Recently, I went on a trip to Florida where I got to visit Epic Universe, the brand new Universal theme park. It was awesome, especially because there is a whole land dedicated to How to Train Your Dragon. But while I was in the area, there was another amusement park I visited. And while my day started normally there, I eventually started to pick up on some pretty crazy Wings of Fire coincidences. You guys are going to need to see it to believe it. The more I explored Busch Gardens Tampa, the more everything in a certain area of the park just sounded exactly like WAF. And you guys are in for a ride with this one, man. Before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Devil95, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, Pancake, Escarada, Adequin, Alex Cleaver, Shadow Hunter, Moonclaw, Isaac, Iris, Minecraft was 9, Pantala Resident, Horizon the Furwing, and Crystal. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. It all started when we were in a back spot in the park, which was centered around many mythical animals. My family decided to eat inside the Dragonfire restaurant because of my love for dragons, when all of a sudden, my dad pointed out one of the drinks they serve there. I was completely in shock. Tui, I didn't know you were expanding WAF like this. Look at that! Tequila named Wings of Fire. I thought it was just going to be a funny one-time thing, but after that point, elements from these books started popping up everywhere. We started with alcohol named Wings of Fire, but then I remembered the name of one of the rides there. Phoenix Rising. Sounds a lot like Moon Rising, doesn't it? And to make matters crazier, this portion of the park has different tribes of phoenixes that seem pretty similar to the dragon types in WAF. Blue ocean phoenixes that can breathe underwater, swim, and fly. Seaweed clones. Green rainforest phoenixes with a connection to animals. Rainwings. Red and yellow fire phoenixes that travel to the desert. Skywings. White phoenixes that live among the glaciers, so they're ice wings. And then Queen Glacier. And that have the ability to shapeshift and turn invisible. Who does that remind you guys of? Queen Snowfall from Book 14. The backdrop of their logo even looks like the Ice Kingdom on the cover of Book 7. I tried getting a better picture of another spot this background came up on, but unfortunately the screen kept changing. When I tell you it was identical to the Winter Turning cover in every way, I mean it. The same exact colors in the same order, glaciers in similar spots, an ice palace, and more. It still doesn't even end there. There are plushies in the gift shop after Phoenix Rising that look suspiciously like scavengers, and even t-shirts that are exactly like the official Wings of Fire versions on Amazon. I had to do the biggest double take of my life. Just as I thought the similarities were over, I realized the stand the Wings of Fire tequila was being sold in was named Dragon's Den. Y'all, is this secretly the Scorpion Den or what? For the ultimate cherry on top, guess what the name of this area of Busch Gardens is? Pantopia! That is literally Pantala! You guys have no idea how much I was dying laughing as I searched for every resemblance. I literally discovered something new like every 5 minutes. There was even artwork of butterflies and foxes all over the place in Pantopia. That brought me to Silkwings and Dinner the Fox. So, it's time for the verdict. Do I think Busch Gardens Tampa actually copied Wings of Fire? No, even though that would be pretty crazy. However, these similarities in their non-zoo section really had me raising an eyebrow out there. And it was more fun than anything to search for them. They got so obvious after I saw that drink. But all of this had me thinking about what a WAF theme park would actually be like. Imagine so many cool rides themed like the dragons we love, divided across areas resembling the kingdoms. The scale of something like that would be huge. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed getting to hear me talk about how wild all of this was. I mean, hey, A book series about phoenixes honestly could be pretty cool. Maybe someone else can take notes on that. And I wonder how Tui would feel if she saw all of this. But if any of you had an experience like mine where things just reminded you of these books, and would you check out Pantopia if you could? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.